Hi guys, Banana Recap here. Today I'm going to talk about a 2014 movie called Barefoot. Jay Wheeler, thanks to his charm and charisma, changes girls like gloves. Contributes to this and the fact that the guy does not need the money at all, having very rich parents. Jay asks another girlfriend to close the door behind her when she leaves, and he goes first to the bar, where the guard won't let him in because of the guy's antics from last night, and then to the horse race, where the horse Jay bet on comes to the finish line last. The guy arrives at the casino, where he is happily greeted by Vincent. Jay owes him $37,000, but according to the guy, he has all the money in an electronic account, so he can't pay it off now. Vincent knows about Jay's wealthy parents, but the guy assures him that he is not in contact with his family, so he has no way to pay his debts. It comes down to threats, which Vincent promises to enact if Jay doesn't pay his debt by Friday night. To make sure Jay gets it right, Vincent's bodyguard beats the guy up, but Jay fights back, causing him to end up in the probation department. For all his infractions, the guy gets punished with a job as a janitor at a mental health clinic. In the locker room, the guard tells Jay that Vincent and his bully came here this morning, but the officer lies, saying Jay is not here. The boy thanks the guard by asking him for some money on loan. He suggests that Jay go to his brother's wedding. This is a joyous occasion for Jay's family, and his father is sure to give him as much money as he wants. Upon returning from work, Jay calls his parents. He lies to his father that he is the manager of a mental institution and that he has found a girlfriend, to which his father asks the logical question, if she is a stripper. According to Jay, his girlfriend is a nurse, to which his father asks him to bring her with him to the wedding. No matter how much the guy refuses, the father still insists that Jay show up with the girl. The next morning, Jay meets a nurse with whom he begins to flirt, but she, after hearing about the offer to go to Jay's brother's wedding, refuses the boy. At this point, a new patient, Daisy, is brought into the clinic. Jay arranges a meeting with two of the clinic's patients, one of whom, Feltmater, has persecution mania, and the other, Bryant, is always silent, showing no emotion. For getting them both drunk, Jay is called to the head doctor of the clinic. Bertelmann forbids the boy to approach the patients. His duty is to scrub the floors. If he disobeys, Bertelmann threatens to kick Jay out of work. It would be a violation of the guy's probation, which could land him in jail. When Jay leaves the office, Daisy is brought to Bertelmann. The girl doesn't know what year and day it is, but she guesses that she was brought here because of the voices in her head. After finishing his work late at night, Jay goes home, but he is stopped by a voice in the women's ward. One of the clinic workers, pretending to be Daisy's doctor, tries to examine the girl. Jay pounces on him, then tells Daisy that the guy is a creep and would hurt the girl. The girl recognizes Jay, as she has seen him several times mopping floors. Jay leaves the clinic and Daisy, having gathered her things, runs after him. Seeing the girl following him in the parking lot, Jay suggests that Daisy return and tell Bertelmann what happened. The girl begins to have a seizure. Jay calms Daisy down and then hands her money, offering to call a cab and go to her friends if she doesn't like it at the clinic. After crossing the street, Jay stops. The guy takes Daisy to a strip club, calling it a dance club. Leaving the girl at the bar, Jay goes to the dressing room, where he tries to convince one of the strippers to go with him to his brother's wedding. While he's trying to talk them into it, Daisy climbs up onto the stage and starts dancing with the stripper. She is picked off by a bouncer, who kicks the girl out of the joint with Jay. Upon leaving the club, the guy discovers that Daisy has no relatives, no friends, no one. Pondering what he should do with Daisy, the guy gets an idea. Why persuade strippers to play his girlfriend when Daisy follows him around all the time? He brings the girl to meet his parents. Jay's mother, upon seeing Daisy, is very happy that her son actually came with the girl as promised. The boy's mother gives Daisy a fancy room. Jay meets his father. Wheeler is surprised that Jay really did come with a girl. Jason has not yet seen Daisy, but he has heard from his wife that the girl is charming. According to Jay, Daisy made him think about his future. The evening before dinner, Jay introduces his brother Jerry and his fiancée, as well as his father, to Daisy. As they rehearsed, the girl tells everyone that she works as a nurse. Dinner is served on the table. After smelling the goose liver, Daisy pronounces that it looks like whiskers, wondering if the others are going to eat it. After listening, Wheeler moves his plate away and then asks for the salads to be served. Jason asks Jay what he is doing. He plans to start a new business, developing applications for online betting. Daisy says that Jay has a plan in which the girl is his partner, but it cannot be discussed with anyone. Jason is glad that his son has some purpose in life. After dinner, Day walks a slightly drunk Daisy to her room. In the morning, the boy is awakened by his mother, informing him that his girlfriend is currently cleaning their bathroom. Daisy was always cleaning the house where she lived with her mother before her death. The woman taught the girl that in order to win someone's love, you have to clean the house. But here you don't have to clean, and you can just love without demanding anything in return. Daisy admits that she killed her mother, which is why she ended up in a mental institution. The voices in her head are to blame. While Jay ponders this information, Daisy meets the boyfriend's mother. The girl is wearing a stripper dress, so the woman takes Daisy to her room, getting her cleaned up, because today is the wedding of her youngest son, Jerry. After the wedding ceremony, Jason stops Jay for a chat. The father is uncomfortable seeing the boy in distress. His son is about to invest in some startup that Jason thinks is bound to go bust, but the kid assures him it's a win-win business. All he needs is $35,000 to $40,000, which he naturally wants to pay off Vincent's debts. Daisy asks Jay to dance. She has never danced with anyone and has learned all the moves from the television. When the slow dance begins, Jay offers him a hug, which Daisy has never done either. The boy's mother comes up to them, taking Jay away to talk. Instead, Jason, the boy's father, starts dancing with Daisy. He doesn't believe Jay can work anywhere, much less as the director of a mental institution, so he tries to find out everything from Daisy, but the girl has another seizure. Jay takes the girl outside, and the parents follow. Jason puts moral pressure on the boy, forcing him to confess that he mops floors in a mental institution while on probation there, and that Daisy is a patient there. The girl removes the necklace Jay's mother gave her, but the woman asks him to keep it, saying she is giving it to Daisy. This pisses Jason off even more and they start arguing, causing Daisy to scream. After arriving at his parents' house, Jay tries to find the keys to at least one of the cars in his father's garage. You can't take the plane back to Los Angeles, because Jay has already violated his probation, and Daisy is probably already wanted. The girl climbs into the minibus, from which she finds the keys. Arriving at the train station, Jay holds out some money to Daisy, suggesting that the girl go play in the arcade while he has an important call to make. It won't take long. Leaving Daisy alone in an unfamiliar place, Jay leaves. The girl waits all day for the guy, until just before dark. Noticing that she is sitting alone and barefoot, a station attendant approaches her. He asks Daisy not to be afraid, he is just worried if she is cold without shoes. At this time, Jay is on the phone with Bertelmann. The doctor explains that Daisy has lived in a locked house all her life and has never talked to anyone or gone outside, and that having a guy leave her alone somewhere could be dangerous for her. Jay names the train station where he left the girl. Several hours have passed and, still not waiting for Jay, Daisy asks a man to help her get to her house. At that moment, Jay appears behind her. With tears in her eyes, Daisy asks if the guy will call anyone again. Together they arrive in Texas. Jay holds out money to Daisy and sends her to the store to buy whatever she wants, and he waits for her here. A police car passes by the guy, stopping a few yards away. Figuring out what's wrong, Jay runs into the store. After grabbing Daisy, they run out into the parking lot and get into a van, and the cops follow them. Once on the freeway, Jay manages to evade the chase. The guy is visibly tired, so he asks Daisy to take the wheel. The girl doesn't know how, and anyway, Daisy's mother told Daisy that driving makes girls pregnant. If so, Jay asks to be woken up in a couple of hours, as he just needs to get some sleep. After a while, the girl brings the guy up, saying that he's a very funny sleeper, and there's also a policeman standing outside. Jay hides in the van, and Daisy opens the door for the officer, who is tricked into thinking that her boyfriend ran off into the woods after seeing the cop. The officer looks around the van, but never finds Jay. After getting out of the van, the police officer walks deep into the woods, and Daisy runs to the police car. Pulling the keys out of the ignition, the girl throws them into the woods. In the morning, Jay and Daisy arrive at the amusement park, where they spend the entire day together, and in the evening the girl confesses that it was the best day of her life. The next morning, they head back to Los Angeles. Jay wants to teach Daisy how to drive a van. At this point he gets a call from Bertelmann. Entering the diner, Jay promises to bring Daisy to the clinic, which the girl hears. Being offended at the guy, she runs out of the diner and gets into a minibus, in which she accelerates and, failing to cope with the control, crashes into an obstacle, smashing the car, but she herself is not hurt. Sitting in the diner, Jay inquires about what happened to her mother. Daisy tells her that the woman kept hearing voices, some even causing her to scream at night. On one of those nights, Daisy didn't go to her mother, and in the morning she found her dead. Jay asks the girl not to blame herself anymore for her mother's death, for Daisy did not kill anyone. The girl can't understand why Jay then wants to take her to the asylum. The guy admits that he really wanted to before, but now he doesn't. At this time, police officers arrive at the diner. Daisy is bitter about the fact that now she will be locked up in the hospital and no one will know she is there. But Jay will know this and will not forget the girl. The cops arrest the boy and they bring Daisy back to the hospital. Jay's mother informs Jason that their son is now in jail in Los Angeles. She reminds him that Wheeler was once a tomboy himself, that his father had to bail Jason out. Jay is released from jail on the bail posted by his parents. When Jay arrives at his apartment, he finds that everything has been turned upside down. Vincent has already been here. The guy goes to the psychiatric clinic to see Daisy, but Bertelmann won't let him in. Jay gets an idea how to get into the clinic. He lies down on the tracks, pretending to want to kill himself, so they bring him to the same clinic as Daisy. Bertelmann knows full well that the guy is healthy, so he wants to discharge him. Then Jay pronounces that it was Daisy's mother who heard the voices in her head, not the girl, and Daisy is perfectly healthy. Jay is locked in a room. One of the hospital guards lets in Vincent's bouncer in the night. He enters Jay's room and starts strangling him, but Feltmater, a stalking patient, shows up just in time, knocking the bouncer out. Waiting for Jay to regain consciousness, Bertelmann apologizes to him. All of his words are confirmed, both about Daisy's mother, who has been diagnosed with schizophrenia by several doctors in her lifetime, and about the hospital employee who has been molesting Daisy. Bertelmann promises the boy to examine the girl and, if she is healthy, to release her from the asylum. Upon meeting Daisy, Bertelmann asks if she likes Jay. Daisy replies that she not only likes the guy, she loves him. She has never loved anyone before, so the doctor asks how Daisy knows it is love. According to the girl, the feeling is not to be confused with anything else. Jay is discharged and given a gift from his parents, a check for $40,000 to help the guy pay off his debts. Daisy gets discharged, too. Meeting in the lobby, the couple embrace. That's the end of the movie. Thank you for watching and see you on the channel.